All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another little master class here where you're going to just kind of dive deep into one particular, whether it's a move or an idea that we do in Pilates so that you can better your practice. So we're going to focus on, again, upright posture. So there's another one where we're focused on thinking about posture as far as when we're in tabletop or plank position. This one, when you're sitting upright, balancing on those sit bones. So we do it when we do the saw, when we do spinal twists, when we do the roll downs and roll ups, coming into that nice tall position. So we sit slouched all day, so we kind of forget what it feels like to be in a perfectly upright position. So it's important that you kind of have a clear understanding of when I'm asking you to sit upright, what that looks like and what that might feel like. So got my lovely husband here who's going to be my little dummy, if you will. And this is not just for men, but men tend to have tighter hip flexors. I myself a lot of times have tighter hip flexors. So I'll be showing modifications of how to get yourself up into that upright position if you have super tight hip flexors, which I know Jeff, although he works a lot on his flexibility, still has some issues with it as well. So go ahead, hon, and just, can you scooch forward for me just a little bit? Perfect, right there. Okay, so go ahead and try lengthening your legs out. And this is where I'll show you again, if you have tight hip flexors, because what we're trying to look for is that nice upright position here, that you're balancing on those sit bones, which is the bony part of your booty, and you should feel that you're evenly distributing weight on both sides. So Jeff has a tendency to have a little bit of roundedness in the spine. Okay, so like he has a really hard time sitting perfectly upright. So you can see he's got a little bit of that roundedness. So I want him to, so if I brought my little posture stick up, okay, you can see how much space behind his head, don't move, is there, and how much space behind his shoulders. So he's really, even though he may not feel like it, is rather slouched. So he really needs to work on strengthening his abdominals and his back muscles to help find that nice upright position. And that goes for anyone that really struggles to sit upright. It's usually a lack of strength in the back as well as the abdominals to help pull that spine into that nice, beautiful upright position. So for him, also, if his legs are trying to be straight right now, and I know that's really tight, are you feeling your hip flexors right now? Not really? Okay. Well, even so, I know the fact that he's really struggling to sit upright. So let's just try. I'm just going to keep the pull here, and I want you to sit up even taller. Really balancing up more. Yes, more. Really think about, without puffing out the chest, like there's a string that I'm pulling you up towards the ceiling. So you really have to pull up and in with those lower abdominals. That's so important. Good. Better. He's still got a little bit of roundedness here. So what I want is the back of the tailbone to kind of be up against the pole, but then a little bit of space under the lumbar. He's really struggling to find that space under the lumbar right now, okay, which tells me, again, lack of probably strength in the back. So go ahead, and from here, I'm going to have you bend your knees a little bit more. A lot of times that can help people find a more upright position. Is that more comfortable for you? Sorry. Okay. Good. So again, we want close to the tailbone. He's not quite there. If you can sit up a little taller yet, hun. Good. That's much better. So again, it's a very active position. I mean, especially if you're used to slouching all the time and not firing up these muscles, it may take you time to get there. Now, for some men, again, or women for that matter, but again, men, we see it more often, may even still struggle to sit upright. Now, one of the things you can do then is kind of get a booster seat. So if you've got a yoga bolster, or you can maybe fold up a towel and things like that to help, again, lift the booty up. So we'll just put you on a little booster seat and see how that feels as well. And you can play with how high that booster seat is, depending on, again, how tight your hip flexors are, or how weak your abdominals or back muscles are. You may need a little more, a little less. You can play with that. That's the nice thing with a towel. You can fold it up more or less. And then go ahead, sit up taller, sit up taller. Yep, really lifting out of that chest without popping the ribs. Good, pulling up and in with the abdominals, balancing on those sit bones. Good. Let's bring that head a little more. Right there. Perfect. How does this feel? Good. Does it feel like much easier with the booster seat? Yeah. So again, this is a good place to start until you maybe gain more of that flexibility and strength. You might need that little bit of booster seat. All right. So think about it again. When we're doing things like saw, when we're doing spinal twist, have that booster seat or that towel ready if necessary. And again, we're looking for the back of the head, the area between the shoulder blades, and that tailbone. Sit up a little bit taller yet. Yes, there it is. To be in contact with the pole. So that's what a perfect, nice, upright position looks like. All right, and I hope you learned a little something. Practice that. Again, it is actively difficult position. So don't be surprised if it's difficult, but give it a try. Keep practicing. Work on that back strength, that abdominal strength, and you will get better. Thanks, guys.